Before oil and gas became synonymous with Houston, cotton was king. In fact, it was so vital to Houston's economy that it can almost be credited for the creation of the Houston Ship Channel altogether. To compete with the deeper docks in Galveston for the direct trade of cotton to overseas markets, a group of Houston entrepreneurs envisioned a wider and deeper Buffalo Bayou to accommodate larger vessels. In 1926, the Oklahoma Growers Association dispatched a team to Southeast Texas to secure opportunities for the storage, shipment, and expansion of their cotton empire. After meeting with the Port Commission and Houston business leader to discuss their needs, a group of local investors formed the Manchester Terminal Corporation. They purchased 72 acres of undeveloped land where the Houston Ship Channel and Simms Bayou meet. Now, that same year, when ground was broken to build the terminal, Calvin Coolidge was president, the St. Louis Cardinals had won the World Series, and gasoline was only 18 cents a gallon. As proof that there was far less red tape back in those days, the land was purchased, 1,500 feet of deep-sea wharves were constructed, and a 1.25 million square foot warehouse was erected, all in under a year's time. When Manchester Terminal and Compress Company opened its doors for business, the Houston Chronicle referred to the terminal as a monument to industrial Houston. The facility contained a massive boiler that ran 2 steam-powered cotton compresses and a belt-driven material handling system that was rigged throughout the warehouse. Once raw cotton was unloaded from the railroad cars, it was compressed into bales for more efficient storage. Hooks were inserted into the sides of the bales, and they were carried away by an overhead track and rail system to be stacked and stored until their cargo ship arrived. The boiler and compresses were scrapped many years ago, but the old chimney still stands today as a reminder and a testament to the American Industrial Revolution. Production, storage, and shipping of cotton continued throughout the years unabated until the United States entered World War II. In order to fuel the war machine, the Houston Ship Channel saw refineries spring up virtually overnight, thus making oil the new king. Cotton production in the region never fully recovered after the war, and with Manchester being a purpose-built facility, the reduction in the cotton trade slowly eroded this once state-of-the-art operation. The introduction of standardized sea containers in the mid-1950s, however, forever changed the way goods were packaged and shipped internationally. Costs were slashed, purpose-built ships were constructed, and marine terminals had to retool and adapt in this new era of global commerce. While Manchester Terminal remained an imposing example of modern manufacturing, its outdated configuration was no longer ideal to accommodate the rapid changes in the types of cargo flowing in and out of the port. Simply put, what was good for the cotton trade was not good enough for the oil and gas industry, as the terminal lacked adequate dockside space to accommodate the ever-growing sizes of cargo. As volumes of cargo began to dwindle, Manchester Terminal was acquired by Charter Oil Company in 1975, which owned and operated the adjacent refinery and tank farm. Although Manchester Terminal was still a viable business as a marine terminal, Charter's goal was to eventually demolish all of the structures on the property and expand their tank farm operations on their new acquisition. Fortunately, their demolition activities were limited to the warehouse structures on the dock, which in turn greatly enhanced the ability to load and discharge much larger cargo than ever before. During Charter's decade of ownership, there were turbulent times in the oil and gas industry, and Charter was forced to file for bankruptcy protection in 1984. By 1985, native Texan and local oil and gas businessman Hub Finkelstein learned that Charter was forced by the courts to sell Manchester Terminal in order to raise cash. Despite the condition of the facility, Hub saw a diamond in the rough, while most of those around him just saw a tired, old cotton terminal. Once Hub set his mind to something, though, there was no stopping him, and he was determined to be the new owner of the former great Manchester Terminal. With the same tenacity that drove all of Hub's business decisions, his winning bid put him into the marine business in a very large way. Although Hub wasn't exactly sure what to do with the property at first, his closest confidant and our current chairman, Bob Pileggi, shared his enthusiasm for the waterfront property, and the rest is history. Despite having no experience running a marine terminal, they were not discouraged, and they set their gears in motion to systematically transform a crumbling old facility into what it has become today. Under the same ownership since Hub's acquisition all those years ago, Manchester Terminal has become a true phoenix on the Houston Ship Channel, rising from its former glory and reinventing itself to become the premier, privately owned break bulk cargo facility in the Port of Houston. Through dedication, hard work, and perseverance, Manchester Terminal LLC has grown from a 2-ship per month operation in 1985 to over 20 ships per month today. Millions of dollars have been invested over the years to improve the warehouses, facilities, infrastructure, offices, and roads. On a typical day, we receive up to 300 tractor trailers and just as many employees to keep the operation running smoothly and ensuring that our ships maintain their strict schedules. Since our acquisition, we've added an additional 1,700 feet of dock for a total of 3,200 linear feet, stabilized and paved just about the entire facility, updated our fire suppression system to meet all local, state, and federal requirements, and installed a multi-million-dollar Bridgestone fendering system. Furthermore, Manchester Terminal is a designated foreign trade zone that allows our customers to take advantage of tax savings. We offer 1 million square feet of warehouse and office space, 2 truck scales, dockside rail service, and direct access to the nation's interstate highway system. We're just minutes away from Houston's 2 major airports and the corporate headquarters of the many energy sector giants that call Texas home. We've spared no expense when it comes to securing our facility, and we provide closed-circuit TV and 24/7 year-round security with roving patrols to ensure your cargo is protected. Whether you're moving a single-sea container to Siberia or 1,000 miles of pipe to Peru, Manchester Terminal has been serving Houston and the world since 1926. If you'd like to learn more, please visit our website at manchesterterminal.com or call us at 713-926-9631 to arrange a personal tour and see for yourself why Manchester Terminal should be your first and only choice when selecting a dust-free and secure partner on the Houston Ship Channel.